Well, good morning and welcome to the European Sitting Volleyball Championships here from Caorle in 2023. It's a beautiful seaside town in Italy's northeastern Veneto region, but it's time for day 5 of the competition, where the team here are calling it crunch time, where in the women's competition we will just finish the pool stages this morning before we head to the quarterfinals a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening. On the men's side of the business, we are ready for the quarterfinals. Well, welcome to you. My name's Louis Letts. Pleasure to be here with you for what's been a cracking opening 4 days, and I think that day 5 will be just as good. Well, Great Britain up against Poland here in what's going to be a battle for 3rd place in the pool. Both teams defeating France, Great Britain by 3-1, Poland 3-0, meaning that Poland just have the better at the moment on Great Britain on sets difference. But by the end of this game, that won't matter in the slightest. Slovenia currently at the top of Group B with 4 wins from 4 matches. The Ukraine have dropped that one match to Slovenia, a surprise for some, where in Group A, Italy were in fantastic form last night. They are 4 from 4 and playing unbelievable volleyball in this competition at home. Well, it's time to meet the teams to get this show on the road. Great Britain have only travelled with 6 players, so they will start as normal with no subs. Jeanette Adubobi at number 1, Jessica Dowdswell at 10, Jessica Fraser at number 3, Andrea Green at 5, the captain and top scorer Nicole Hill, number 13, and Kathleen Hawkins, number 11, make up the starting side from Great Britain. It looks like we are ready to get underway, and it will be Hill to get this game, the last game for both of these teams in Group B, underway, and it's a perfect start for Great Britain. Service down the line gets them on the scoreboard nice and early. Well, for Poland, they have a much bigger squad with them. 10 players in their squad, lots of depth in their roster to call upon if things don't go well and plan A does not go to plan early on. There's good work from Fraser, but Green finding the split in the block and staying fast towards the seam. It is the perfect start for Great Britain here, as Joanna Siderska just beaten in the block alongside Magdalena Klovinska. Well, Klovinska is the best spiker so far in the Polish side, scoring 73% of her spikes. The Polish number 6, she'll be the first to serve, but the starting lineup also including Halina Kubica, Danuta Bujok, and number 1, Eva Wojciechowicz as well. So both teams at full strength, as we've seen throughout the competition. But something has to give here. Teams will be wanting to finish as high up as they can in the pool to, on paper, make their quarterfinal draw slightly easier, but we all know that that's not always the case in competition volleyball. No bad teams in the final 8, no easy draws. Hawkins, Hill and Fraser in the pass then for Great Britain, with Green at the net trying to make a block, but it's a fizzing serve that's gone out the back from Klovinska. As Jeanette Adubobi serves for the first time. Big underarm serve deep to the back line, but that one's just gone astray. Always a difficult one to pass the high underarm serve in this sport, having to track the ball back and stay behind the ball. Not easy in any volleyballing discipline. The captain, Swiderska, with a big serve for Poland. Swiderska. Puts GB under a little bit of pressure here. Poland, after losing the first couple, have got themselves in a little bit of control here. Hawkins does well to get arms on the ball, and it's forced the error from Magdalena Glovzinska. As Jessica Dowdswell is back to serve for the first time in this Group A matchup. Good serve, short on the Polish reception unit. Oh, there's a little bit of a joust at the net, and that one goes the way of Poland as well. Danuta Bujok just stays high with the tip and goes over the top. The change of direction late, making it too difficult for the GB defense to get a hand on. Adam Malik, the head coach of Poland here, assisted by Anna Miziak and Milena Rosna, where for Great Britain, Ian Legrand, who's coached just about every team in indoor and sitting volleyball, assisted by Richard Osborne and Richard Flynn. That's nice from Fraser. Comes in attacking position 5 and just drops one short on Glovzinska. That first ball in a perfect position for GB, and then they can start to build their attacks as both teams finding their rhythm early on here. Andrea Green. Anna Zherja, the service target early on. Hill this time. 2 plays in a row, one from the middle, one from the outside, just targeting position 5. Magdalena Glovzinska not able to get behind that one. And GB back to 1 early doors here. As in Group B, Italy, Germany, and Hungary in a great position already through, but it's Croatia and Turkey that will battle it out. Both teams without a win so far in Group A. And that game is just about to start on court number 1, just to the left of us here in Caorle. Local organising committee have done quite a phenomenal job here to put on such a first-class event, especially off of the back of having so much international volleyball here in Italy, having just run Eurovolley in Rome. It's a big task to get this event ready, and it looks absolutely insane on the eye, but the organisation behind the scenes, first class as well. First timeout then from Ian Legrand and Great Britain as they trail by 3. Service towards Fraser. He gets caught a little bit high on that one. Green with a marvellous prep. Question is that one in? Yes, it is. Brilliant adjustment from Green just to shift to the line. Got the right hand on it. And fortune certainly favouring the Brave defensively from Andrea Green. Fraser. Serving from position 5. Big serve off the top of the hands. Good pressure. This from Great Britain. We've seen how important serving is in this competition. We saw Italy last night just absolutely breeze past the strong Hungarian side with the service pressure and abundance from multiple players. Bosio and co looking like the real deal here at the European Sitting Volleyball Championships. Fraser tries to go deep into the seam presented by Poland. Zherja and Swiderska protecting that cross-court angle. Swiderska's job more to take the sideline. Zherja's more to take that seam, but completely right for GB to be trying to hit those seams and hit them very hard in the early encounter. Frezer's going to struggle against that one. It's a beautiful bit of work. Joanna Swiderska knows that Frezer's ching up, taking the short tip, stays deep to the corner. Very good control from the captain.
One ball, the score open with Poland versus Great Britain now.
Good volleyball all round. There's a good serve, but Green once again in the defensive phase of the game provides a steady influence with that first pass. Just leans into it, stays very relaxed, and once again when it's volleyball 101 when the first pass goes in and all the options are available, life becomes much easier. Hawkins back to serve, and you feel that, well, even talking to the GB coaching staff, they feel this could be a 5-setter. Poland looking to play back quickly, not using all 3 touches that time. But Djurkovic just seizing the opportunity to volley that one straight in the seam between 6 and 1. And GB are going to have to stay alert for those counter-attacks. Playing as quickly as possible. Green the target once more. Frezer goes off the hands with the volley. Bit of a fist-clenching celebration. But again, the first pass of Green into a very, very good spot early on. They found their consistency. Well, for teams that don't make it into the quarterfinals, they'll be playing off for those lower ranked positions throughout the week as well. Finals coming our way on Sunday. All of the medal matches, semis on Saturday, quarters later on today. As Green with the block this time, influential in every phase of the game so far. Nothing between the 2 teams. Bobby with the serve. This time down the middle. First pass going to the left-hand side, trying to shape that ball back to the sideline. Trying to stay away from the block. Zhezh. But you also feel that there's a lot of volleyball left in this one. Eddie Bobby has come straight back on one again. They enjoy that play, Poland, don't they? Trying to give the ball back fast. Great Britain trying to play with a bit more control, and Frezer on the outside. Poland at times getting a little bit flustered. Great Britain keeping a little bit more control here in the opener. One timeout used apiece in a game that we think is going to be a very close one. Adu Bobby. to serves. Straight down to position one, and it's the fast play back. A nod from Adam Malik, happy with that counter-attack play. As soon as there's a bit more height on the serve, certainly gives the passers time to adapt, move, and then pick their spot. And that's a much more punchier serve from Swiderska. Well, we have men's quarterfinals starting at 11:45. Bosnia-Herzegovina up against Serbia, and what will be a great game. Bosnia flying again here. Poland, Latvia, Croatia, Ukraine, Italy, and Germany. And in the men's 9th to 12th, we have Slovenia, Hungary, Lithuania, Turkey coming up a little bit later on as well. Timeout called this time from Team GB and Ian Legrand as they just let a couple of points slide and Poland take the lead. Great game in the early phases here. And this run of serves, Swiderska putting on the heater here. And Hill's trying to take a little bit more in the pass. It's Hill that's the target. And the pass a little bit tight, scooped away from the net from Dowdeswell, but Hill now backwards. Poland is doing a very good job of keeping the GB defense moving a lot more here. Hill now a chance to stabilize. Oh, but there's a block from Poland. Vajerkovic in a very, very good position. And again, Poland aren't always attacking with power, but they're doing a good job of keeping GB unsettled at the moment. Green's left the floor here, so it's another point for Poland. And this is a set-winning run of serves at the moment from the captain, Swiderska, but something had to give eventually. Dowdeswell. High serve, deep again, and this time it does the trick. It's enough to make Glavinska just have to move back over the left shoulder. Just brought a little bit of vulnerability in the pass. Good serving from Dowdeswell. Needs to try and find a couple of more serves like that one. Tight play, free net. Vajerkovic again in that middle position. Made a block and now's just contributed offensively. No block from GB. Made that action all that little bit easier for Glavinska. And let's see what Derja has from the baseline. It's a good serve. Ace serve on Dowdeswell. And now Poland edging closer to the opening set. 4 away. Another big serve on the long angle to Dowdeswell. It's coming fast. It's dropping fast. And they've just taken the game away with their serving. Dowdeswell takes this one overhand this time. Green with the tip. Green again tries to pad away to the line. They're putting a lot of ball on Glavinska at the moment. Glavinska's starting to grow into this one too. Playing defense, managing to shift the ball from 5 to 2 and opening up the attack for the Polish side. Well, it was level pegging, wasn't it, until 16 or 17 all, or when Ian Legrand took the timeout at 15-16 down. But Swiderska and her run of serves, the difference at the moment. Malik decides to take a timeout just before Andrea Green's serve, which is trying to break the game up for Poland and stop GB getting back into the game, but at the same time showing a lot of respect for the serve of Green. Green needing to try and find some joy here. Again, they go after Glavinska. Glavinska goes back on one, and Green couldn't serve and quite get into six quick enough. Poland set point here in the opener. GB now back on one, trying to hurry things up. Now we'll do it for Poland. That's the opening set that goes, or it looked like it was going Poland's way, but one might think that somebody left the floor then, or there was a net touch. I missed that personally, but Great Britain stay alive at 5 points down. Fraser, good serve from Fraser. This is a dangerous serve for Poland at the moment, and you never know with the speed that Fraser dictates off the serve. Poland might just be in a little bit of trouble. We saw it yesterday. Trzaskowski in the men's game serving Poland back into two sets, and in the end, serving them back from 12-9 down to 15-12 in the fifth set. Fraser again going to work here. Can she keep up the service pressure needed in these big moments? Yes, she can. Great serve. Sensing opportunity here, Great Britain, but there is a net touch. So it was a little bit tight there as well, and it's Poland that do take the opening set, but a spirited finish from the GB team will set up a very entertaining second here from Caorle. Service pressure. The difference for the Polish team in the back end of the opener. Wojcicki, the top scorer with 4, but also contributing with 6 serves. Swiderska with 8 serves, 4 aces, 1 error so far. We feel that that's been the real difference. 6 serves for Fraser, 2 aces for Fraser, the only 2 aces from the Great Britain side in the opening set. Great Britain versus Poland. Second set. Kvicha will get us underway after the change of ends. And it's another deep, powerful serve from Kubica. Poland off to the perfect start. They've just not made many errors, have they? But at the same time, serve strongly. That's a good play. Hill manages to get a hand on it whilst falling away. And whilst trying to save a point for Great Britain, manages to score one. All of those small things add up. Well, Hungary and Turkey have... Croatia and Turkey have started their hugely important match on court one. Oh, off the shoulder. Not ideal from Poland, but they will take it. Pass comes in very, very quickly. And again, it's a little bit of luck for Georgia, but manages just to turn the shoulder and get the ball over. High play, very nice from Great Britain. Passes in, putting some nice phases of play together. Green goes off body into the angle, and they just build through that rally there. Great Britain with some nice play, putting Poland under pressure defensively 2 or 3 times. Buyuk struggling to deal with the height and the speed of the play from Hill. Well, Croatia lead Turkey 18-9. So it looks like they'll be... it's looking favourable at the moment. So they might go through. Kubica served high and just tries to fizz it out to Vajerkovic. But that ball just a little bit too quick and too wide. In turn, that play gets away from the Polish team. Blocking the serve is very good. Swiderska. First phase of play is aggressive, and fortunately, they're almost victim of her own success, as the defense from Great Britain was fast and straight back, and Swiderska was then beaten to the outside hand. Joust. Dowdeswell. Well, it's obviously up to the referee. It's slightly subjective, but if ball's caught in a joust for 2 seconds, then we have to replay the point. But Dowdeswell very quick with the hands and aggressive. Kowinska again passing the ball to the left side here, Poland, but that first pass again a little bit fast and a little bit wide, and Bioka can't quite adapt and put height on that second ball. Sadza is coming in at the moment for Glavinska. It's a very, very good start for Great Britain here, having lost the opening set. Consistency will be key, though, throughout this second, and the service pressure also very important. No subs to call on for Great Britain. There's a couple of good servers coming their way, though, with Green and Fraser next up from the service line for Great Britain. Well, ball's gone down from Green, and you just see that Adam Malik is starting to try and inject some energy into this second set performance from Poland. We did say this could be a long one. Both teams fancy their chances. Tight play brings out some good blocking, but Georgia tries to speed up the volley and gets a little bit of a look through the net there from Nicole Hill. Good positioning from Hill, who's before this game scored 19 points in the competition, working out at 6.3 a match and 1.9 a set. Hill back in the game here, defending position 4 really well. Good position, did well to get back off of the net and play defense. Djokovic next up from the service line. Trying to just go over the top of the block, but reactions from Hill once more. Djokovic, you could just tell, was trying to find that gap between the block and the receiver. Oh, Frezza trying to rip that long angle serve and put as much heat on it as possible. But unfortunately, Toss just got caught a little bit behind it. And that stops your arm coming through the ball. Stops you having a short contact of the float serve as well. And the ball went out the back. Boyok with trying to sidearm one, but into the net. Interesting one here is both teams fighting. Certainly a little bit of a drop-off from the Polish performance here in set 2. More errors creeping in, but that's a smart play. Sadza just off of the bench with the left hand. Does enough to change the direction of the ball with speed away from the block. Kubica. Great swing. Andrea Green, this time from 2 or 3 meters off the net, wouldn't have been able to crank any sharp angles from there, but to stay high into the deep corners makes it very difficult to defend for any player. And an ace to back it up as well. GB have certainly found their way here in set 2. 5 points they lead by. Kubica. Net touch, I think, against Federska. Oh, it's being called for a lift. Instead, Malik has to get the team in. Not looking overly pleased at the moment. It'd be interesting to know what he's saying here to the Polish team. Errors have crept in, haven't they? The pressure's mounted up. Errors sometimes go hand in hand with feeling the pressure.
Sul campo della Croazia.
Looks to be a very good timeout from Malik. But hang on, I think there might have been a rotation fault. No, it certainly hasn't gone the way of Great Britain. I think Hill was one who thought that ball might have gone in, but referee's actions said it was out. Sadza. Good service straight down the line. Frez's under pressure here. But Sadza off the bench with 2 points now already. Certainly making a little bit of a difference. Again, the ability just to keep that service flat and punchy. Very difficult if it does get past the block for the receivers. Backcourt attack. Ball's still alive here somehow. I think there's a net touch that's about to be called. It's a lift against Kubica. Ali Bobby with the serve. Blocked out. Gerja. Does a great job there, Georgia, of protecting the net. Here with the pass. Green trying to put it into a hittable area. Oh, and the volley down the line. Poland back to 3. GB wanting to get off of this rotation as quickly as possible. Big serve again. Swiderska. This is a big moment in this set. Swiderska being the top server in this game at the moment. Set's gone wide. It's another one for Poland. And this is the rotation that they will want to get off very quickly. Swiderska's serve again. Sadza has a bit of mopping up in position 6. Green turns the ball away from the block, and that's a big play. It's a big point because the service of Swiderska was starting to put a bit of pressure on Great Britain again. 4 aces from Swiderska already. 8 serves in this match. Just Georgia and Fraser with 6. And that's a big moment for Dowdeswell. Sadza the target. Kubica again protecting this line. As now it's a cross-court ace as well. 2 big serves in a row from Jessica Dowdeswell. Big phase of play here for Great Britain. Dowdeswell again going after that. Seam left of Sadza. 3 in a row from Dowdeswell. A smile creeping onto her face as she knows that this is a crucial service run to try and get this back to 1 set all. Kubica just pinches in to take a little bit more court this time. Georgia in a joust, and Poland get Dowdeswell off of the service line. And Georgia now with an opportunity to serve a few back. Again, Poland certainly have the serving capabilities. A lot of noise in here this morning. Sadza goes tight this time. High, fast arm. Poland with 2 in a row. Georgia taking her time behind the service line. Interesting to see if GB take a timeout. They do take a timeout. In the ground, getting the team in just to try and stop this service run of Georgia. It's a 3-point game. Both teams going on service runs in this set. It looks like it could be another big play from Georgia. It is another big play from Georgia. The pass of Great Britain under the cosh here a little bit. Georgia again staying calm and collective. And they're right back in this now, Poland. Dowdeswell gets the ball in. And unfortunately, Adu Bobby can't quite get underneath that ball and keep it in court. Scherzer. GB need to try and find some way to stop the service run. It goes out the back this time. And that's a slight reprieve because Green's now back to serve, and GB will certainly fancy their chances of a few breaks of their own. Green and Frezza, again the next two to serve, but that one's wide. Again, that toss just slightly behind Andrea Green. Therefore losing the control of the serve. Wojciechowicz going to try and ruffle a few feathers here. The Great Britain passes straight down the line. And it's a beautiful serve right to the sideline. Adu Bobby is now just squeezing up, and Dowswell coming into the pass. Big 70 angle free ball for Poland. A chance to take the lead for the first time in a while, but that's a brush. Back to the line that goes slightly long. Not a bad swing at all from Swiderska. One would feel that Frezza's serve presents Great Britain's best chance of breaking away here. Oh, it's off the top of the net band. It's agonisingly close. Looking to try and serve to the line. Guyok, 20 all in the second. Been incredibly entertaining game this one so far. Beyond now the target of the serve of GB. Can they pull away? They certainly can. And that's a big, big break at a key time. Malik calls his second timeout. Fantastic serving. This time from Kathleen Hawkins. And just like we saw from Poland in the opener, Great Britain now having a better run of it from the service line. Well, once again, the timeout of Malik brings the service error from Great Britain. Going to have to be brave in the big moments here. Both side Kubica. Out the back from Dowswell. Kubica with the serve. And there's good play from Great Britain. Good first pass. Set into a good zone. And it's Legrand now having conceded two in a row that tries to break the service run of Poland. Exciting game this one. Poland lead 1-0. 22 all in set two. Well, the timeout gives a little bit of a reprieve, and ball goes great straight to Hill. Turns around and says, "Great set to Green," and that was a big play at a huge time. It's a good little run this as Hill's back to serve. It's a good rotation this for GB, but it's smuggled through. Again, running that ball to the left side, working off the hands of Ali Bobby. Kubica makes a dig. Burioka trying to keep this ball alive. 23-all, nothing in it. And it's a high play off the hands from Andrea Green. That brings up Great Britain's set point. They've worked hard for it, but Poland are hot on their heels. Ali Bobby back to serve. It's a good serve from Ali Bobby, putting Poland under pressure. And they're going to have a swing for it here through Green, but she's blocked out wonderfully. GB are trying to keep this ball alive, but the whistle's gone. And it's a double touch that's been given off of Green. Good play all round. Ali Bobby with the serve under pressure was a good one. And Poland fight to battle on here. Federska. Ace down the seam. And sometimes in volleyball, things just fall in your favour. Federska, the best server in this team today. Back serving when Poland needed the most. It's another big serve. Ali Bobby chasing it, keeps it alive. It's a brilliant recovery from Ali Bobby, but they're going to have a play for it here. But the block of GB in the face of Buyok. And this gets very interesting. Dowdeswell made a couple of aces earlier on. Needs to try and find a couple now. Sads at the target, back on one, but GB are aware of that ball coming back over quickly. Both teams scurrying for position, and that ball's inside from Fraser. Tables have turned once again here. Georgia, I think, is the next one. Back to serve for Poland. Second set point for Poland to go 2-0 here. Georgia, big serve, but Green's equal to it. Dowdeswell from deep. It's out the back this time. And it's Poland who faced a couple of set points against them, who take the second set 27-25. A much improved performance from Great Britain in the second set. And they'll feel that they have a real good chance if they can continue in that vein in set three. But Poland, in the big moments, served incredibly well yet again. And they lead 2-0. Well, set 3 underway. Fraser, who put some good serves together in set number 2. Now putting the set into Dowdeswell. And GB, be interesting to see what reaction we get there. The ball's a little bit off for Ali Dobby. And Poland are off the mark. You have to say with Poland, they rode that wave very, very well, didn't they? In set 2, they were up against it, a fair few points down. And then in turn, Green making a great block with the serve. Service incoming. Hawkins brushed back because of the service pressure yet again from Poland. It's a good connection. From the service line. Kubica wanting to try and put more pressure on GB. And it's the serving. And the opportunistic approach of the captain, Siderska, who manages to get in the right spot just to hammer that ball home. In the ground, will be wanting a bit of a reaction here from GB, but it's Poland who have come out here in the third set, serving and putting the pressure on the Great Britain side. Timeout from the Ram really early on. Wouldn't have wanted to use one of his timeouts. This early in set 3. This run of serves for Poland could be instrumental already early on. And you feel that 4 or 5 of the Polish team from the service line have come through here. Malik is delighted on the side, clapping away in support of his team. He knows that this is probably the most crucial stage of this matchup. Dowdeswell gets one over and gives us a big smile afterwards. Hawkins gets a set backwards from Fraser. Turn very difficult angle to set from that left side to almost set over the shoulder on a 50 ball. And more service pressure. Sadza off of the bench in the previous set has really been a difference. Green gets one through. That's good play. A good bit of width on that set. It's all about decision making, really. Dowdeswell puts that ball high, and Green will have more angles into the cross court, but that ball's a little bit wider, and it just pushes the block. And if Green is stretched to get to it, there's a good chance the blocker is going to be stretched as well. Just makes a decision to stay high and stay fast. Everything relying on this first pass, but also Great Britain will know that this is also a marathon and not a sprint, and there's plenty of time left in this one for Dowdeswell. That's a good serve. Just bringing the reception unit of Poland forwards. Hawkins. Adu Bobby push deep this time. Again, opportunistic work from Poland. We saw a lot of this in the opening set. Just playing fast. Using that first touch attack to try and catch the Great Britain players further forward. Hill, Dowdeswell and Hawkins in the pass. They know this is an important one with Siderska, whose ace count just keeps increasing. 14 serves in this game so far. 5 aces. Just shows the amount of pressure that the Polish captain has managed to put on to the British performance here. Battling back all the time. Hill round onto the front court. Green will be back to serve. And as we said before, Dowdeswell, Green, Fraser, Hawkins, all with good serves of their own. And this is straight out of the coaching manual from Malik, because there's a few times that Green has served and tried to get away into position 6, the back middle area. And they've just counter-attacked straight back into the middle of the court and scored. 11-4, 7-point game already in set 3. Great Britain having to dig deep. More service pressure. Gerge this time. Heroics at the back end of the previous set. She's coming to the forefront of this one again now. Fraser back on one. Short ball onto Fraser. Just manages to reach and guide that ball back down the line. Fraser with a serve deep on the Polish reception unit. Green falling away, manages to keep that ball in play. And Fraser does a good job of just adjusting to the line. Chance to go off the hands. High play from Hawkins. It's a little bit inside there to set, but she stays fast with the arm, beats the blocker for speed. And Fraser gets another chance to try and serve Great Britain back into this match. Fraser from the back. And again. Certainly showing that they have the skills here. Great Britain, but can they push through from the service line and put Poland under a little bit of the pressure that they've put Great Britain under again? The toss is just a little bit out for Fraser. When that toss is in the zone, she certainly has the arm to cause some trouble for the opposition. Green the target. Nice platform from Green. There's a net touch somewhere, but nothing given. Oh, finally given. A little bit late. Well, it's a double touch has been given against Poland this time. Brings Hawkins back to serve. Gerge in the middle. Pajerkovic also in position 1. I think the ball will go that way from Hawkins, the way that she's lined up. It does go that way. Poland being attacked to position 1, scrambled through the middle. Hill just leading with the communication on the court for Great Britain the whole time. Throughout this game, always vocal. Buyok picks out Fraser. The block of Poland in a very, very good spot for Siderska. Again, causing trouble wherever she's at. Scoring on the front, scoring from the service line. And although Great Britain are improving after a slow start in this set, Ian Legrand takes a timeout. Both timeouts taken here. He's having to use all of his cards to try and plan a comeback. All the timeout from Legrand. Turn the tide here. The short dropping serve on Fraser's a good one over the top of the block and in front of Fraser. And now Hawkins, Fraser and Green all starting further up the court. And if Buock can get a bit more power on this, she'll go over the top. That's not the case. It's right in the wheelhouse of Green. As Dowdswell gets across in front of the Polish attacker, makes a block. Big moments here. Once again, for Great Britain and Hill. Hill's certainly someone that can get Great Britain back into this game. Brilliant from Adi Bobby. But the counter-attack again, how many times have we seen that? As soon as Great Britain put a peak on their attack and let the ball hang, Poland are very quick to try and counter on one. Now they're edging towards the finish line. Well, lift given against Poland. Adu Bobby next to serve. It's a good serve, but again, straight back on one from Poland. They're just trying to upset the defensive stability of Great Britain, playing back on one and making the defense move yet again. 7 will do it now. But you still just feel there's a chance for Ian Legrand's team. Green towards the sideline. Fraser couldn't quite make it to get in and block, and Hawkins put to the ground from another Polish attack from the very impressive Swiderska. And more service pressure. Katarzyna Sadza, who's certainly made an impression. Didn't start today, but has come off the bench and provided a really steely performance. Good block from Green, but it's equalled by Poland, and it's another block. And they're just 3 away here. The fast start from Georgia early on, providing the base through service pressure to build this third set performance has been phenomenal from Poland. Fraser stopped to the line this time. Swiderska is everywhere again. And there we have it, another play impressive from Poland this. in the third, and it's Katarzyna Sadza who will serve for the match here for Poland. A great second set performance from Great Britain where they had their chances. Interesting to have seen what would have happened if they would have taken that second set and if this third would have been any different, but they're still battling away here. Fraser stays high, but defensively Poland are strong, and Poland have taken the final group game 3-0 against Great Britain. Impressive from the baseline, took their opportunities, and Great Britain will be disappointed not to come away with the result here. But their second set performance certainly showed again what they're capable of. Just their win against France early on in the week will be enough to see them through. Poland will go through third in Group B, Slovenia and the Ukraine at the top, or the Ukraine in second place. Slovenia take top slot. Fantastic from Poland. We'll see these teams back again in the quarterfinals a little bit later on here from Caorle. There's so much action that you can keep up on. Cameras on all three courts and a live blog online with up-to-date commentary from our man Constantine. That's all we've got time for from us from Caorle. We'll be back very, very soon with more sitting volleyball action. But from myself, Louis Lett, and the team, it's goodbye.